Some stories aren't shocking because they're rare. They're disturbing because they're familiar. This is one of those stories. It involves a routine public interaction, the kind most people expect to end without incident. But when power, entitlement, and unchecked authority collide, ordinary moments can escalate quickly. This video examines how that escalation happens and why accountability more often than not falls short when Black women are harmed. Welcome to Black Joy Interrupted, where we examine real stories affecting Black people and the systems that interrupt our safety, dignity, and peace. The footage, court filings, and sentencing in this case are all public record. And when you put them together, a familiar pattern emerges. Let's walk through what happened. Daria Francis and her family were passing through Bowling Green, Ohio, on their way to Detroit for a church event. It wasn't their destination. It wasn't a place they planned to spend time. It was simply a stop along the way. Daria and her husband, both pastors, were traveling with their 2 children, the kind of family trip that requires fuel, snacks, and a brief pause before getting back on the road. So they pulled into a Circle K to gas up and get a few snacks. While her husband remained outside with the car, Daria went into the store with the children to complete the transaction. She paid. And then, as so many people have done before, she noticed something small. She had forgotten to enter her rewards number, the kind of oversight that usually leads to a quick fix or a simple no problem. Daria turned back to the counter and asked the store clerk if the transaction could be voided so she could reprocess it and receive the rewards points. According to court filings and store surveillance video, the clerk, Shannon Walsh, refused. She told Daria that the payment had already gone through and that it could take several days for the money to be refunded to her account. Daria said she didn't mind waiting. At that point, Daria wasn't standing at the counter. She remained a short distance away while Walsh finished assisting other customers. Once the counter cleared, Daria approached so the conversation could continue. That's when the interaction changed. What happened next is clearly captured on store surveillance video.
And you could have just canceled it. I had already started pumping it before you even said anything. And even if we did cancel it and it did not, and the money does not refund back to your card automatically, then you're going to have a problem with me. And it's not.
Because I gave you the authorization to cancel.
Okay, he's still pumping it. I don't. Okay, then what else would you like me to do for you?
I don't like for you to be nasty towards me.
I'm not being nasty.
Towards you.
Was I being? I don't think I'm being nasty. I'm telling you.
I get it.
Okay, so is there anything else I can help you with? Then have a nice day.
Right, you're being nasty.
You have weight. Is there anything else I can help you with?
You're being nasty. Stop being nasty.
I don't have to,
ma'am, because I didn't be nasty towards you.
Now you're raising your voice at
I
me?
am. Because you're being nasty and
Well,
you're going to call the police.
Yes, I am, because I don't
Okay,
need to take care
Karen.
of you. And then you're going to put down there. Yeah, because I don't
Me too.
I don't need to deal with this.
I don't either.
I don't know why you're still raising your voice at me.
Because you're being nasty and you don't see it. Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Okay, come on. Get the fuck out. Okay, stop. This doesn't have to be like that around these fucking chicks. You guys need to stop it. Wow. Look at your dad. Stop. Go get your dad. You guys are, this is over gas. She came and ran up on her. Knock it off. Let go of my coworker. You better let me go. You better let me go. You better let me go. This girl came and hit me. You came and hit me. Bitch, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I have an obligation to act. Get the fuck out from the ghetto. I kill you in here. 116. You better go. 16. I kill you in here. And you want to jump because I'm pregnant. You stupid bitch. You ran up on me. You ran up on me.
Oh, yes.
I am. She ran it from me. They got cameras in here. They got cameras in here.
Is that all right?
Don't worry about
I know, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Hi, I have a publication at the Circle K. She going. 602 East. You going. We have You're going. She came to start throwing stuff at me. It's 160.
What happened inside that Circle K didn't end when the physical fight stopped. Law enforcement responded to the scene.
A civil lawsuit's been filed against Circle K.
This comes after an alleged assault at a Bowling Green location that attorneys say caused a woman to miscarry. The incident happened in May, and now the victim and her family are speaking with us tonight. Silver Barker joins us now with more. Silver?
Dan and Kaylee, a stop for gas during a road trip turned violent for a South Carolina family, and now they're suing Circle K, saying the company failed to protect them.
The hits and the kicks that I suffered
Video
from that.
shows a chaotic confrontation inside a Circle K in Bowling Green. A cashier and a customer fighting near the counter. That customer is Daria Francis Stokes, who says she was 8 weeks pregnant at the time.
Every day I'm trying. I get very emotional.
Daria says the incident happened during a stop for gas while her family was traveling from South Carolina to Detroit.
Being on the road for about 8 hours already, and they wanted snacks. They wanted to use the bathroom, and
She and her two sons went inside this Circle K on East Wooster Street. Daria says she paid for gas, but forgot to enter her rewards number.
I said, "Excuse me, is it too late for me to put my rewards number in?" She did say yes.
Daria says she then asked to have the transaction canceled, and that's when things took a turn.
I don't like for you to be nasty towards me. I'm not being nasty towards you. Was I being, I don't think I'm being nasty. I'm telling you.
Court filings say the situation escalated when cashier Shannon Walsh allegedly became verbally hostile, throwing a jar of coins, pulling Daria by the hair and slamming her into a cooler and striking her. Daria says racial slurs were also used during the assault. Court records show Walsh later pleaded no contest to negligent assault and was ordered to complete anger management training. But Daria says the impact didn't end there.
I started to feel like really intense cramps.
Days later, Daria says doctors told her she had miscarried, a loss she says continues to affect her entire family.
My 8-year-old that is sitting behind me, he's been suffering nightmares.
Her husband, Dathan Stokes Sr., says no bystanders stayed to give statements after the incident.
It's like, listen, shouldn't we deserve common courtesy, common respect?
The lawsuit against Circle K seeks compensatory damages for physical injuries, emotional distress, and the loss of the pregnancy. Court records show Circle K has not yet filed a response. Now, we, in the meantime, have also reached out to Circle K and have not yet heard back. In studio, Silver Barker, WTOL 11.
Shannon Walsh was arrested and was later charged in the Bowling Green Municipal Court. In October, Walsh entered a no-contest plea to negligent assault, meaning she didn't contest the charge. That being said, the court found her guilty. As part of her sentence, Walsh was ordered to complete anger management training. Daria Francis sustained visible injuries, and within days of the attack, she suffered a miscarriage, a loss that her family and attorneys say was directly connected to the assault. That outcome is now part of the civil case record. The legal system has already acknowledged that a crime occurred. What remains unresolved is how much accountability will actually follow, not just for the individual who escalated to violence, but for the systems that allowed it to happen. And that's where this story moves beyond a single incident. Inside the store, people were present. They didn't rush in. They didn't intervene. They watched. Some stood still. Some stared. And some remained close enough to see everything unfold in real time. There was something else that stayed with the family after the incident. In interviews afterward, Daria's husband, Dathan Stokes, spoke about what happened once police arrived. He said people stayed long enough to watch the assault, but when officers asked for statements, those same witnesses were gone. No one stayed, no one stepped forward, and no one offered an account of what they had seen. The store wasn't empty. The silence was. Before we move into the analysis, I want to pause for just a moment. If you're still watching, it means this story matters to you. And the easiest way to make sure stories like this don't disappear is to stay connected. So subscribe to our channel if you want continued coverage that doesn't soften the harm or look away when accountability gets uncomfortable. Now, let's talk about why this keeps happening. Nothing about this interaction required force. Nothing about it required violence, and nothing about it justified what followed. This didn't begin as a confrontation. It began as a customer service request, and yet the response escalated with stunning speed. There's a particular danger in situations like this, the kind that doesn't look dangerous at first: a counter, a store, and a conversation. We're often told that danger announces itself loudly, that it comes with warning signs. But for Black women especially, danger often arrives quietly, disguised as inconvenience, irritation, or authority being challenged. The moment Daria refused to shrink, apologize, or accept mistreatment, the power dynamic shifted. And instead of being managed, that shift was met with force. What also matters here is the presence of witnesses. People were there. They saw it happen. But when accountability required participation, names, statements, and truth, those witnesses chose distance. They stayed to observe, but not to testify. That choice is not neutral. Silence protects violence just as effectively as denial. What allows behavior like this to happen isn't just individual anger, it's permission. Many white people grow up absorbing the idea, sometimes subtly, sometimes explicitly, that Black people, and Black women in particular, are supposed to absorb discomfort quietly. When that expectation is violated, the response isn't curiosity, it's correction. And sometimes, that correction turns violent. This isn't about losing control. It's about enforcing hierarchy. For generations, Black women have been punished for being direct, for asking questions, for not softening their tone, for not performing gratitude or submission on demand. Assertiveness gets misread as aggression, and boundaries get framed as disrespect. And once that framing takes hold, anything becomes justified. That's how someone convinces themselves they're the victim, even while they're the one who's escalating the tension. Black women sit at the intersection of several biases at once. They're expected to be accommodating but not authoritative, present but not assertive, and visible but not vocal. So when those expectations aren't met, some white people experience that as a violation, not of rules, but of hierarchy. And the response to that perceived violation is often disproportionate because the offense isn't what was said. It's the audacity. It's the unspoken thought of, how dare she speak to me like that? That's why situations like this don't start with violence. They start with irritation. And that irritation turns into entitlement when the person with social power believes they shouldn't have to regulate themselves around a Black woman at all. Behavior like this continues because too often it works. It works when witnesses stay silent. It works when institutions minimize the harm. And it works when the consequences fail to reflect the harm. Shannon Walsh threw a jar of coins at a customer. She left the safety of her counter. She initiated a physical attack, and for that, the sentence was probation and mandatory anger management. That's it. No punishment that reflects the violence. No consequence proportional to the harm. And that matters because sentencing communicates value. When someone can assault a Black woman in public and walk away with little more than classes, the message is clear. The system treats harm against Black women as manageable, even when the aftermath includes a miscarriage days later. And when consequences don't match the harm, behavior like this isn't discouraged. It's normalized, and it works when the narrative gets reduced to a dispute. instead of being named for what it is, a racially charged abuse of power. Until that permission structure is disrupted, socially, legally, and culturally, this pattern doesn't stop. It just changes locations. This story isn't about rewards points. This isn't about one employee's temper. It's about who feels entitled to lose control and who society expects to absorb the fallout. What does accountability really look like in situations like this? Why do witnesses stay long enough to watch, but not long enough to speak? How many incidents like this never reach a courtroom, never make a headline, or never get named at all? What stood out to you? What questions does this raise for you? And what do you think needs to change to stop this pattern from repeating? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Black Joy Interrupted, because these are the stories that don't get sustained attention unless someone insists on telling them. You've been watching Black Joy Interrupted, where we protect our community by telling the stories others won't.